Welcome to Calcutta Races Monsoon Meeting 10th day, Tuesday, 3rd September 2019 race preview. We move on to the first race, which will be the Ballet Master Cup to be run over a distance of 2,000 meters. We're looking at number one, Expensive Affair. Is had two outings this monsoon meeting, last one being in race number 53 over a mile, where Expensive Affair was traveling 6 till it turned for home and gradually gained a few places down in the center and went towards the rail side and finished on 4th was Expensive Affair, and the winner of that race was Jaws. Number 2 is Descartes. Late Red's Revenge is at one outing here in Calcutta, which is in the monsoon meeting in race number 46 over 1800 meters, and quite impressive that was by Descartes, who traveled 5th till it turned for home, gradually gained a few places and finished second, 3.5 lengths behind the winner. That was Fire Opal. Also in the same race we had Vishunk, who finished one behind to finish on 3rd behind Descartes. Number 3, we're looking at TAARRADHIN. Just one outing this monsoon meeting in race number 43 over 1400 meters, was the favorite that day, but not an impressive run at all by TAARRADHIN. Shocked the punters on that day was TAARRADHIN, finished right at the back end to finish on 8th out of 8 runners, and the winner of that race was Louis Vuitton. Romantic Zeal, Chevalier to Santarell, just had one outing this monsoon meeting in race number 36 over 1400 meters, where Romantic Zeal led all the way till about 150 meters away from home and then got overtaken on the outside by Izzy, who went on to win that race impressively by 3.5 lengths, and Romantic Zeal finished on 3rd. Number 6 will be Cool Conqueror. Cool Conqueror's last outing was this monsoon meeting in race number 54 over 2,000 meters, where Cool Conqueror finished on 4th. Travelled very wide of the track, and the winner of that race was Constance. We move on to the second race, which is the Jujube Handicap, to be run over a distance in 1,400 meters for horses in Class 5. Looking at number 1, Fabiola. What's the script out of Understood? Just had one outing this monsoon meeting in race number 43 over 1,400 meters, and that was an impressive lung opener by Fabiola. Traveled second all the way and dropped back to be 3rd was Fabiola after much efforts. Also in the same race we had number 4, Knight's Gambit, who finished on 7th, and number 9, Fight of Honor, who finished on 10th, and the winner of that race was Beat the Bank. Number 2, we're looking at Prince of Heart. That 2 outings this monsoon meeting, finished off the board in both its outings. Last outing over 1,200 meters in race number 41 after much efforts, finished on 8th, and the winner of that race is Dancing Prince. Number 3, we're looking at Aberella. Abeside out of Dancerella has been knocking on the door, has had 3 outings this monsoon meeting, finished on board in 2 outings out of 3. Last outing being quite an eye-catching one over 1,200 meters in race number 47. Warmed up late and finished far away. Second was Aberella, 5 lengths behind the winner. That was Last Judgment. Also in the same race we had number 6, HOUTZEN, who finished on 9th. Number 5, we're looking at Optimum. Optimum just had one outing this monsoon meeting in race number 7 over 1,200 meters, where Optimum finished on 6th, and the winner of that race was Marigold. Number 7, we're looking at Fenicia. Fenicia's last outing was over 2,000 meters this monsoon meeting in race number 54, where Fenicia, after much efforts, finished on 5th, and the winner of that race was Constance. Number 8 will be Modification. Modifications had 3 outings this monsoon meeting, last one being over 1,100 meters in race number 40, where Modification was traveling 4th till it turned for home, gradually fell back 1 place to finish on 5th, and the winner of that race was Dil Mange Mo. Number 10, we're looking at Looking Good. Looking Good's last outing was in the winter season in race number 198 over 1200 meters, where Looking Good led the pack till the distance post and then gradually faded away and finished on 5th. And the winner of that race was Baglioni. Running here after a long layoff is Looking Good. We move on to the third race, which is the 2-on-1 handicap, a no-whip race for horses in Class 3 to be run over a distance of 1100 meters. Number 1 will be Reincarnation. His last outing was over a mile at 1600 meters in race number 45, where Reincarnation finished on 7th right at the back end out of 8 runners, and the winner of that race was Arjuna. Number 2 will be AASHNA. AASHNA was the winning legend out of Ray of Sunshine. There's had 2 outings, the sponsored meeting. Finished second in its first outing over 1400 meters. Second outing over the same distance in race number 32. Finished on 5th. That is quite a poor run. Finished 5th behind MULANO, who was the winner. Now running over 1100 meters is AASHNA. Number 3 will be Sheer Force. Just had 1 outing in race number 23 this monsoon meeting over 1200 meters, where Sheer Force was leading the way and got overtaken on the outside by a lot of runners and finished on 6th was Sheer Force, and the eventual winner of that race was Midnight Star. Number 4 will be Next Star. Next Star's last outing was over 1200 meters this monsoon meeting in race number 49, where Next Star finished on 8th. Also in the same race, we had number 6 Beatles Bible, who finished right at the back end to finish on 11th out of 12 runners, and also number 7 Mr. Fox, who finished on 7th, and the winner of that race was Aquitania. Number 5 will be Dancing Prince. Dancing Prince's last outing was quite impressive in race number 41 over 1200 meters, where Dancing Prince led all the way and continued to lead the way and eventually go on to win that race by beating Stellanova by 1 length. Number 8 will be Millennium Glory. Win legend out of Integra as Millennium Glory's had 2 outings, winning its first outing in race number 8 this monsoon meeting over 1200 meters, and then the next run was over the same distance in race number 30. Fell short, was unlucky by a short head. Finished on 2nd was Millennium Glory to Diamond Harbour, the winner of that race. Need to watch out for Millennium Glory this time out. We move on to the 4th race, which is the Stay in Shape Plate for horses 3 years old only, rated 1 to 26, to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. Number 2 will be Popcorn. That 2 outings this monsoon meeting, no show by Popcorn. Last outing over 1400 meters in race number 22, finished on 7th out of 9 runners, and the winner of that race was Adira, who went on to win that race by 3 1/4 lengths. Number 3, we're looking at Girl with Dreams. Girl with Dreams just had 1 outing this monsoon meeting over 1200 meters in race number 29, where Girl with Dreams finished on 7th. Also in the same race, we had number 7, Abenaki, who I thought had a decent lung opener, having its first outing, who finished on 4th, and the winner of that race was Valeria. You need to watch out for Abenaki. Number 4 will be Sharavati. Sharavati is our new famous out of Chitrakalekha. Just had 1 outing in race number 9 over 1200 meters, where Sharavati led till the distance post and then eventually got overtaken on the outside by Incendio. Went on to win that race by a long neck, and Sharavati finished quite a close 4th in that race. Number 5 will be Star Diva. Star Diva's first outing was over 1100 meters this monsoon meeting in race number 40, and Star Diva was traveling 7th till it turned for home and then eventually gained a place and finished on 6th was Star Diva out of 12 runners, and the winner of that race was Dilmangema. Will be traveling 100 meters more this time out as Star Diva. Number 6 will be SWANLITE. SWANLITE's had 2 outings this monsoon meeting, finished third in its first outing, and its last outing in race number 33 over 1100 meters finished on 5th. Also in the same race we had number 9, Luna Lucinda, who finished on 6th, and the winner of that race was Incendio. Number 8 will be Bay Crush. Bay Crush has just had 1 outing this monsoon meeting over 1400 meters in race number 43. Bay Crush was all over the place in the final stages of the race, as you can see on your CCTV monitors. Finished on 7th right at the back end. The winner of that race was Lubator. Number 10, we're looking at Solo March. Tazahum out of Heroine's Beauty is Solo March. Last outing was over 1400 meters in race number 200 in the winter season, where Solo March finished on 9th, and the winner of that race was Roxor. Number 12 will be El Mulano. Just had 1 outing this monsoon meeting in race number 47 over 1200 meters, particularly no show there by El Mulano. Finished right at the back end to finish on 10th after much efforts, and the winner of that race was the Last Judgment. We move on to the 5th race, which is the State Treasure Handicap, to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. Number 1 will be Kramer. Kramer's just last outing was over 1400 meters in race number 59, where Kramer finished on 8th after much efforts, and the winner of that race was Hartnell, who gave a good fight to Admiral Hatsu, and went on to win that race by a long neck was Hartnell. Number 2 will be San Martino. Admiral of the Fleet at the San Sparel just had 1 outing this monsoon meeting of 1100 meters in race number 4, where San Martino led all the way till the distance post and then faded away and got overtaken on the outside by Kramer, who went on to win that race by 6.5 lengths, and San Martino settled for 3rd, but a faraway 3rd. Number 5 will be, I beg your pardon, number 3 will be Midnight Star. Midnight Star's last outing was in race number 37 of 1100 meters, where Midnight Star finished on 6th. Also in the same race, we had number 4, Migrator, who finished on 3rd, and number 5, Arashi, who went on to win that race by half a length. Sprung a surprise that day was Arashi, and she might just be able to do it again. You need to watch out for Arashi. Also in the same race, we had number 7, Poet, who finished on 7th, and number 9, Sereno, who finished on 4th. Number 6 will be Fortune Express. Fortune Express's last outing was in the winter season in race number 209 over 1200 meters, where Fortune Express led all the way and fell short by a long neck to Kramer, who came up with a strong run just at the post and pipped Fortune Express. Number 8 will be The Kiss. The Kiss's last outing was in race number 5 over 1200 meters, where the Kiss went on to win that race by 3 lengths by beating Kantai. An impressive win by Kiss, and she might be able to repeat it again. Multidimensional out of Abronia is The Kiss. We move on to the 6th race, which is the Vasto Handicap, to be run over a distance of 1100 meters. Number 1 will be Bang Bang. Been knocking on the door. Last outing when was over 1100 meters in race number 48, where Bang Bang finished on 5th out of 9 runners. Also in the same race, we had number 3, Tomorrow Forever, who finished 1 ahead to finish on 4th. Also in the same race, we had number 5, Gaurish, who fell 1 shot to finish on 2nd to Marigold, stablemate, and Gaurish finished on 2nd. And also in the same race, we had number 9, that is BUDDYHOLLY, who finished on 9th, but the eventual winner was Marigold. Number 2 will be Gimme Credit. Gimme Credit's finished off the board in both its outings. Last outing in this monsoon meeting was of 1100 meters in race number 34, where Gimme Credit finished on 7th, and the winner of that race was Astoria, who was ridden on hands and heels and went on to win it by a length and a quarter. Number 4 will be Iconia. Iconia's last outing was over 1200 meters this monsoon meeting in race number 30, where Iconia led till the distance post and then faded away and finished on right at the back end to finish on 8th. And the winner of that race was Diamond Harbour, who got that by a short head towards the rail side. Number 6 will be Scorpion Queen. Scorpion Queen's last outing was in the winter of 1100 meters in race number 205. Running here after a long layoff is Scorpion Queen in its last outing in the winter season. As I mentioned, in race number 205, absolutely no show by Scorpion Queen. Finished right at the back end to finish on 13th out of 13 runners. Number 7 will be Dil Mange More. Dil Mange More's last outing was an impressive one in race number 40 of 1100 meters at 8-1. Came up with a real rattle was Dil Mange More towards the outside rail and went on to win it by 2 3/4 lengths by beating Artificial. Number 8 will be Archie Volt. Archie Volt's just had one outing this monsoon meeting in race number 6 over 1200 meters, where Archie Volt finished on 4th down in the center of the track out of 9 runners by beat, and the winner of that race was Bakari. Surely reckoning here is Archie Volt over 1100 meters. Number 10 will be Celerino. Celerino's last outing was in the winter season in race number 179 over 1200 meters, where Celerino finished on 12th, and the winner of that race was Kaiden. Number 11, we're looking at Glendower. Glendower has just had one outing this monsoon meeting in race number 22 over 1400 meters, where Glendower finished on 8th, and the winner of that race was Adhira, who went on to win it by 3.5 lengths. Number 12 will be Princess Romela. Princess Romela's had 2 decent starts this monsoon meeting. Surely been knocking on the door is Princess Romela. First outing finished on a close second, 3/4 lengths behind Constance, and second outing over 1200 meters finished on 4th, and the winner of that race is Dancing Prince. This time out, running 100 meters less is Princess Romela. We move on to the 7th and last race, which is the Vanitas Handicap, to be run over a distance of 1800 meters. Number 1 will be Dixie Diamond. Just had one outing this monsoon meeting in race number 39 over 1800 meters, where Dixie Diamond finished on 3rd. Also in the same race, we had number 5, 7 Step. New famous at a top romance. Went on to win it by 3 1/4 lengths by beating APNA AAYEGA, who finished on 2nd. Also in the same race, we had number 6, Raksharki, who finished on 7th. Watch out for 7 Step. She might just do it again. Number 2 will be Drogo. Drogo has just had one outing in race number 52 this monsoon meeting over a mile, where Drogo finished on 7th. Also in the same race, we had number 3 Pugnacious, who finished right at the back end to finish on 6th out of 7 runners, and also number 7, that is Devotion, who finished on 5th. The eventual winner of that race was Fiorel, who was ridden on her hands and heels in the final stages and went on to win it by a length and 3/4. Number 8 will be Bojangles, winning legend at a moment of the day. Just two outings. This monsoon meeting finished fourth in its first outing of 1100 meters, then went up to the mile. And where Bojangles finished on second in race number 26, led all the way, and then gave a fight to Sniper, who was the eventual winner. Won it by a long neck by beating Bojangles, who settled for second. Number 9 will be Joss Arazan out of Sprungli, as that one outing this monsoon meeting, and what a crack of a start that was for Joss in race number 53 over a mile, where Joss travelled all the way by leading the pack and went on to win it. Travelled very wide in the final stages, but held on and won it by a length and a 3/4 by beating Top Notch. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your time, and hope to see you at the races as always.